this time by.
Bring it home, Michael.
What else can you say with 1.5 miles to go for Michael Andretti? Check up, that was Father Mario telling Michael, bring it home. There is Moore, who is right there working traffic. Moore absolutely flying through 3 and 4. They'll come off the turn, nose to tail. Greg Moore looking for a way by. He's within a car length, but he won't get it done. Michael Andretti comes through.
Very good. Very good.
1 lap to go. The white flag waves over Adrian Fernandez. And now the clock is working against Al Unser Jr. 2 weeks ago in the season opener at Homestead, Florida, a Ford engine beat a Mercedes with a Honda engine in third. Today, the Ford engine behind Adrian Fernandez will apparently beat Al Unser Jr.'s Mercedes. We have a Honda in Gilles de Ferran's car in third. Victory for Adrian Fernandez and Patrick Racing, his first oval triumph. A quick look in the mirrors for Zanardi, but he has a huge interval as the white flag waves. The victory would be worth $5,000 in donations to the St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital in Memphis, Tennessee. Last year they earned about $100,000. Did Chip Ganassi Racing in Target. There is Franchitti, who has taken over second place. Best finish ever for the Scottish driver. What a remarkable run for Alex Zanardi. I mentioned earlier in the race that the season has gotten off to a quiet start. He crashed at Motegi, Japan last Saturday. But now he has worked his way patiently through this field, through all the chaos, all the drama. Once more through the hairpin with this crowd screaming as one. He has done it again. The checkered flag waves and Alex Zanardi back-to-back wins in Long Beach. And right now he is unchallenged. 5 laps, a great distance for Vassar because he's not going to catch the tail of the field before he gets around to the finish. It is clean and green for Vassar. There's Al Unser Jr. up ahead.
But Al will be very professional here and stay out of his way. He's been in that position before.
The checkered flag is in the flagman's hands, and a fist is in the air from Jimmy Vassar as he takes the checkers in first. Alex Zanardi in second, Greg Moore in third. And here comes Gilles de Ferran with the white-nosed Reynard in fourth place. Unofficially fifth is Paul Tracy, and there is Robbie Gordon, seventh at the flag. A new high for a Toyota-powered car in the FedEx Championship Series. What a moment for Jimmy Vassar. Zanardi closing up. We have had 4 different winners in the first 4 races of the FedEx Championship for 1998. Will we get a 5th in as many races? We're about to find out. 1.8 miles to go for Greg Moore. Final lap.
This is going to be incredible. Because now it's a drag race down to turn 4. And that's the last braking spot. Alex is really going to have to close in under braking here.
Zanardi is renowned for his bonsai moves in the closing moments of races. Is he close enough? There's Mark Blundell moving very slowly, letting the race leaders take the corner first.
He took it in there deep, but I don't think he has enough.
Zanardi back on the throttle, but I don't think he'll do it. Greg Moore, sudden victory, the 3rd of his career. Zanardi second, and the celebration breaks out in the Forsyth Racing pits. White flag for race leader Alex Zanardi, looking for his 2nd victory of the season. The Target Chip Ganassi Racing crew is on the wall, watching their man come around. Mark Blundell just ahead. Michael Andretti took a 1/10 of a second off the gap, and it looks like Alex Zanardi will not try to pass Blundell. Here comes Andretti. Now Zanardi can pass on the straightaway and take the checkered flag for his 10th career win and 2nd of the season. The streak of new winners is now over at 5 in a row. 2nd victory on an oval for Alex Zanardi. And following his teammate Jimmy Vasser's win on the short oval at Nazareth, Pennsylvania earlier this season, now 2 short oval wins for Team Ganassi on the tracks that used to be the bane of their existence.
Tom Anderson is on the radio with Vasser. Just looked at me, crossed his fingers, and he kind of grimaced as he see the white flag. A mile to go.
1 mile to go for Jimmy Vasser. That Honda turning over. Spark plugs firing about 700 times a second, but not faster than Jimmy Vasser's heart right now as he waits for the sound from the engine that will tell him whether or not he is going to run out of fuel, and it does not appear that he will. As he comes off turn 4, he can glide to the finish from here for his 7th career victory. Jimmy Vasser wins, and a great drive, and out of fuel comes Helio Castroneves.
Al Jr. I couldn't tell whether Al Jr. actually got him. It's going to be a photo finish.
White flag for Alex Zanardi and Target Chip Ganassi Racing. Last time to you, Tommy Kendall.
Checking his mirrors, nothing to worry about. Well safe, not using all the road. Easy on the throttle, not sliding the car, just got to bring it home.
The fastest lap on that last turn around the raceway at Belle Isle was turned by Greg Moore at a 1:16.8 to Alex Zanardi's 1:18.0. But this one is all but in the can. As I say that, my mind goes back to last year's last lap. Perhaps I should not say that.
At that position last year, there were 2 cars in front of Greg Moore, and he still won the race.
Through the stadium section. Turn 12. 2 more turns for Alex Zanardi for a possible 3rd victory of the year and an even firmer grip on the PPG Cup Championship lead with a $1 million bonus waiting at year end for the driver's champion. Across the line he comes, checkers wave. The crew is on the wall in celebration. 11th career victory for Alex Zanardi. There is Adrian Fernandez 2nd, Gilles de Ferran 3rd, and unofficially Dario Franchitti in 4th with Greg Moore in 5th. Last lap. White flag for Alex Zanardi, but all eyes are on the battle for 2nd. Reynard Fords on Firestone tires for both men, Scott Pruitt and Brian Herta. Alex Zanardi, who 2 weeks ago in Detroit reintroduced his trademark Victory Donuts. And I would almost bet we will see them again if he can hold on for the checkered flag here in Portland.
With the width of the straightaway here, we're definitely going to see donuts.
Now keep in mind, Alex Zanardi is going to be a father later this year. His wife Daniela expecting, I believe it's in September. Alex wanted to clinch the championship by August so that he could go with Daniela. I'm sure Chip Ganassi isn't buying it, but it looks like Alex Zanardi means to make good on that promise. Off the turn he comes, now the straightaway, and the fans rise from the grandstands to welcome home Alex Zanardi, picking up his 2nd victory here at Portland, his 4th win of this season, his 12th career victory. The battle for 2nd between Pruitt and Herta will go to Scott Pruitt. Donuts, he's asking the crowd, you want to see me go around?
I did a little background. I've uncovered some of the technique. He screws it. Oh, he stalled the car.
There'll be no donuts today. But Daniela watching the big screen, and she just looked up there and said, oh, I can't believe it.
That's it. Let's push start him. What the heck?
Watch him if he gets it going, though. Oh!
Here's the technique. There you see it. Part of the technique. That's the tightest corner we've seen. What he does is he screws the brake ball all the way to the front, runs his left foot on the brake, and then just banks those Firestones.
Hope he doesn't lose sight of the wall.
Well, that is engineer on the right. Chip Ganassi enjoying it. All the top 3 drivers are in the fuel window, but no way they are stopping. White flag coming up for Alex Zanardi, seeking his 5th victory of the year and an even firmer grip on the PPG Cup and that $1 million bonus. 1 lap to go, struggling with the wheel, foot firmly planted on the floorboards. Alex Zanardi trying to work that target Team Ganassi magic once again. For each lap in the lead, for each pole, for each race victory, there are donations made to the St. Jude's Children's Hospital in Memphis, Tennessee. And they have racked up a pile of donations today. Alex Zanardi and his teammate, the pole man for the Grand Prix of Cleveland, Jimmy Vasser. The Marlboro Pole Award bonus will go on to the next race and will go up to $270,000 on the streets of Toronto, Canada in a week's time. Just a couple of corners to go for the Italian stallion, Alex Zanardi. Off the corner he comes to take the checkered flags. World Cup Soccer is coming up next on ABC Sports. I'm Bob Barsha. For Danny Sullivan, Jack Arute, Gary Gerald, and Tom Kendall, congratulations to Alex Zanardi. So long from Cleveland. He will have one lap to go next time by.
And he has driven this car very hard. Let's not forget one other thing. He borrowed that engine from Honda. That engine was Dario Franchitti's engine.
Final lap for Alex Zanardi. 4 wins in a row will tie the series record set by Al Unser Jr. back in 1990. And it will firm up his grip on the PPG Cup and its $1 million bonus. Good points for Michael Andretti as you watch Jimmy Vasser now with Bobby Rahal just behind him, the battle for third.
Jimmy doing a very, very good job today, soldiering on with that gearbox and holding off Bobby Rahal, very experienced and the first winner here in Toronto.
Just a couple of corners now for Alex Zanardi, who is tied with Paul Tracy for career victories among active drivers. He will break that tie after this turn with his 6th victory of the season, the 14th of his career, the 6th in a row, and 8 out of the last 9 for Target Chip Ganassi Racing.
And the big question right now is where is he going to do his donuts around here at this very tight Toronto track?
It appears that these two men will decide it. White flag for Jimmy Vasser. Zanardi attacking for third. Make that second. Oh, will they go 3 wide? No.
Is this a ploy by Jimmy Vasser to back off a little bit, get Greg Moore's draft, and see if he can snooker him on the last lap? Look at Jimmy coming.
Here comes Zanardi. Does he have the horsepower despite that smoke from the back of the car? Greg Moore draws to a couple of car lengths away, and he will win the US 500. And I believe Jimmy Vasser hung on for second over his teammate as Alex Zanardi's engine coughs its last. While up front, Adrian Fernandez will have 1 lap to go. White flag this time by, and it waves from the flag stand for Adrian Fernandez with Scott Pruitt just behind.
And they do not want to give a full course yellow, obviously, with 1 lap to go. They don't want to end under a yellow. They're going to put a local yellow out in that area.
2 1/4 miles to go. Less than that now.
Scott Pruitt knows that the only place he's going to be able to get by Adrian Fernandez is at the end of this straightaway, right down under braking into turn 3. This is probably his last chance right here.
He's not close enough.
And you can only hope for Adrian to make a mistake now. Adrian, of course, moves well away from that accident. Pruitt will close up a little bit here. It's now down to Adrian. No mistakes from inside the cockpit. Slower car in front.
Where will they catch the slower traffic up ahead? In the carousel? Without question now, it will be the 300th win for Ford. 12th in a row this season for Firestone. And as the slower traffic moves aside, they come across the line in formation. Adrian Fernandez picks up his 3rd career victory, his 2nd of the season, with his teammate Scott Pruitt just behind. They'll be facing the white flag this time by, not since the Cleveland race in 1995, when Jacques Villeneuve, currently the Formula One World Driving Champion, took Barry Green's team to victory lane. Has another Team Crew Green driver done it? Right now, this man, Dario Franchitti, has a chance. Now, over the rise come Michael Andretti and Alex Zanardi with 4 miles to go to try to catch Franchitti.
Franchitti turned up the wick a little bit that lap. He was only a second off Michael, but Alex Zanardi was almost 2 seconds quicker than Franchitti and a second quicker than Michael Andretti. He's trying to force this issue and get up and see if they can make something happen on this last lap. Remember, it's 4 miles around.
Michael Andretti, huge tire failure, 5th gear, into the braking zone.
And into the tire wall.
Michael had you hear that?
Yes, we did.
Michael just said, just exactly, top of 6th gear, tire blew, coming down shredded. He hit the right side wall, and now it's in the tires. Obviously, you hear him talking, he's okay, but 2.5 miles to go for a 2nd place podium finish. Right rear tire.
How many times have we seen that on the last lap here at Road America? Al Unser Jr.'s engine letting go back in 1996. Michael Andretti was the beneficiary of that incident.
And Michael's had 2 tires let go this year, one for when he was leading a race and now in 2nd place. The person who's going to benefit from this the most is, of course, Christian Fittipaldi, his teammate. Nothing happens there. Will elevate him up to 3rd place and a podium finish.
Alex Zanardi moves to 2nd, barring any possible action by the officials after this race. But right now, it's all about this man, Dario Franchitti, who takes the checkered flag in 1st place for the first time in his kart career. And a day that began with so much promise for Goodyear and for Ford ends with a Honda Firestone car in victory lane. And there is Dario Franchitti, the fastest Scot in the series since the late Jim Clark. White flag, 1 more lap, with his 2nd consecutive victory in Offering. To turn 6 and 7. 7 turns to go for Dario Franchitti. Andretti, Pruitt, and Zanardi remain in that order behind him.
We've seen it a lot with guys like Nigel Mansell. How many F1 races before he won his first one? A lot of times people have said it about Brian Herta. You can say the same about Dario. Once they learn how to win, to get that monkey off their back, it often comes in droves. This team's really clicking. He's been qualifying exceptional all year. Really ran, a really smart race today.
Most successful driver for Team Cool Green since Jacques Villeneuve went to the title with them in 1995, winning the Indy 500 along the way. The checkered flags waved. Dario Franchitti picks up career win number 2 at the Molson Indy Vancouver.
Well, we're down here where Chip Ganassi's driver Alex Zanardi has clinched his back-to-back championship. CEO of Championship Auto Racing Teams, Andrew Craig, I know you want to offer your congratulations.
That's right, Gary. Alex, congratulations on behalf of FedEx and, of course, on behalf of PPG. You're now our champion 2 years in a row. Great job. Congratulations from all of us.
And Mike Sack from PPG, what have you got in your hands for this driver?
A lovely, lovely 2nd cup for you, Alex. Congratulations from PPG Industries on your 2nd consecutive PPG Cup. Hold it up high. Be proud. You did a great job.
Alex, a quick word here about this drive today. Once again, we had to see you battle destiny and come from the back of the pack to not only clinch a championship, but to get a 4th place finish.
Yeah, but really add off to this gentleman next to me, you know. I'm a twice-time champion. He's a triple-time champion, and today he made a lot of overtaking maneuver for me in the pits with the right strategy. But I'm not very proud of my race today, although I won the championship, and that's the most important thing. But this Vancouver is a kind of bitter place for me. You know, I'm always really fast, and I can't quite win it, so...
How much of a relief is it to have it done now with still 4 races to go?
It's good. It's obviously good. I mean, it's very good. I got a baby that maybe wants to get out of my wife's stomach at any minute. So actually, I want to send him a kiss. Ciao, Daniela.
Have a great trip, and congratulations from all of us.
Thank you very much.
Brian Herta trying to hold off 2-time PPG Cup champion Alex Zanardi. They face the white flag this time by. Brian Herta
stretching it out a little bit here.
A 1:13.3 to a 1:13.6. Herta over Zanardi.
Now, what he's got to pay attention here, do not make a mistake. And in those spots where I can possibly get past, I am not going to leave that door open for Alex Zanardi.
It has been such a tough year for Brian Herta. He has been to the brink of this first victory so many times.
And on the radio to Herta, the instruction, don't look back.
He's pulling away a little bit. Gary, he's doing everything right here. He's making all the right moves. He's putting in great laps. Got a little bit of a gap. Sorry, Bob.
Top of the hill, Zanardi drops back slightly. Is he planning something? Or does he just have nothing up his sleeve for Brian Herta?
They've got one critical out-braking spot right down here. Brian has got to make sure he keeps that door closed for Alex Zanardi.
Here it
He goes to the inside.
Turn 11.
Alex, he counters him perfect.
Zanardi on the power off the corner. Squirming under acceleration to try to catch Brian Herta, but he will not be able to. First career win for Brian Herta, and well-earned. Congratulations to the entire Team Rahal and the shell car for Brian Herta. Debbie Rahal hugs around for the crew. Brian Herta has done it. Now we expect the white flag, we are told by CART officials. 1 lap to go here in Houston. The conditions will just not bear more. We are 94 minutes plus into this race. 31 laps remain, but with lightning and thunder overhead and a threat of more severe weather to come, officials have decided to call this an official race, and it will be the 3rd career win and 3rd of the season for the new Flying Scot, Dario Franchitti. Behind him, Alex Zanardi, who has reset the record for podium finishes. He was second to Brian Herta at Laguna Seca 3 weeks ago. That was his 12th podium finish, a top 3 finish, his 12th in 16 races. Today will make it 13 in 17 races, and that is a new mark, breaking the record of 11 co-held by Bobby Rahal, Alonso Jr., and Michael Andretti.
I'd like to really give a call to Dario Franchitti in how seasoned he's become in a year. A year ago at Elkhart Lake, he crashed under yellow in the rain. I talked about him last night. He said, I love your announcing, but I didn't like when you ragged on me at Elkhart Lake. I said, you crashed under yellow. What do you want me to say? And he said, you're right. And this shows that, I mean, with everything crumbling around him, WWF action in the pit lane, his teammate bouncing off him, nothing unflappable. Very, very cool customer, terrible condition, brilliant win.
But not a very good card player, according to his teammates.
And Tommy, that sounds like a huge amount of groveling that you're doing after throwing him under the bus last year at Elkhart Lake.
What do you mean? When you crash under yellow, that's hard to explain.
This is
Absolutely.
true. But he has done a brilliant job under very, very tough conditions. Wet, dry, wet. Again, everything going on. What a great drive.
And we asked him if he had spent any of that bonus money from Elkhart Lake or from Vancouver.
A huge splash as he makes his way through the final puddle and waddles down the front straightaway after a dramatic inaugural Texaco Grand Prix of Houston. Fists in the air for Dario Franchitti as he accepts the checkered flag. To Jan Bikas. We have a couple of incidents that will almost surely bring out the full course caution. There is Michael Andretti and Richie Hearn, who have nosed into the concrete wall. Elsewhere on the racetrack, Alex Barron and Dan Gurney's All-American Racers Castrol Degree car. Oh, he's also involved in that incident.
And that's the problem. Remember, Richie Hearn had that spin on the restart, dropped him back to 20th spot, and he was just sitting over there berating himself about making that mistake, and it puts him way back in the field. You get tangled up on one of these restarts, and there's the result.
Yet another victory for the Wild Italian. Press reports indicate he asked his future Formula One team owner, Frank Williams, if he can cut donuts when he wins an F1. Frank said, no, you can't drive my cars that way. Safety car pulls off, checkered flags wave, Team Ganassi celebrates. How many times have we said that over the past couple of seasons as Alex Zanardi picks up the win, and now the only question still to be answered is, will he make the donuts?
Believe me, they've got their foot on the brake right now, one on the gas, trying to hold it down there and spool it up. You saw Zanardi's car on the outside get a little twitch.
Here we go.
by going now, the green isn't out yet, so they cannot pass him, even if they have a run on him. So by going early, he's able to build ahead of steam. The starter still hasn't displayed the green flag.
Now the green is out. Let's see if any of them time it. Vassar's making a bid. Vassar takes the lead. Green on one side. Zanardi almost touches wheels with Moore. The two target teammates are first and second.
And you saw Zanardi had to lift off a little bit when he went into one, held up more a little bit, gave that Jimmy that little break. That might be enough.
Here comes Moore. Here comes Moore. Zanardi low, Moore up high.
And this is helping Jimmy Vassar get away. These guys are battling.
No, Vassar's out in front by about 5 car lengths. They come off the turn now. Can he hold on? Can he hold on for $1 million? Yes, Jimmy Vassar with his fifth in the air wins $1 million at the 500.
$1.5 million at the flag. That was for second in the championship. $1.5 million for Jimmy Vassar.
Oh my! Look at the crew.